Hey, what's up guys? Just out here working on my hog barrel setup that I had made, and realized I hadn't really made a video showing. I've had people ask as far as what I use and kind of how I came up with it or whatever. But basically what I have is this roller barrel setup where it's real similar to stuff you can buy, or sometimes I've seen people make it out of like 4-inch PVC or whatever for the hogs to sit there and push around. I just decided to go a little bit bigger. I went with, I think this is a 35-gallon plastic barrel. Just found it on Facebook Marketplace. Actually picked up two because I figured I'd eventually do another one. This is the first one I made, and it's just pretty straightforward. I'll pull out my other camera and kind of show you a little more close up, but I basically got it set up. It's obviously been used. This was the first one I made. I've got my pole there, which you would want to use something pretty sturdy. I think that's 1-inch conduit, and I've knocked it down into the ground a bit. I've tried different posts from stands and different things like that, and they'll rip out of the ground and bend up with any good size hogs. So I've got this kind of like nylon or Teflon coated, whatever it is, rubber coated braided cable, and I've just added the zip ties because I had some recent issues. So this is just kind of a little backup thing. I didn't have enough supplies to put extra clamps on it. And then I've just got an eye bolt, which is loose. It can just spin around. It's threaded all the way past the threads on the inside of here, so it just spins freely. And then from there, just kind of staggered some holes in it. These ones have been chewed open a bit by raccoons, but I think I've got 6 or something like that. And I added those screws after the fact to try to mitigate the raccoons and squirrels chewing them open. I don't know if it worked or not, but anyways, I've never been too worried about them being kind of loose as far as just letting the corn out easily. Definitely seems to keep the animals busy, but it's worked pretty good for me. And today I'm going to be trying out this new Texas Hog Bait sounder syrup blackout liquid attractant. This is licorice flavored. Definitely smells, before I even popped that seal, you could smell it pretty strongly. So I think that's gonna work well. I've had good luck with their powder attractants. All right, so I've got 1 bag of corn already in it. I usually fill it up with 2 bags of corn. It can definitely hold more, but at that point you're getting, you know, in the 100-pound range, and I try to keep it as mobile. So I don't know, that's just the most I've ever done was 2 bags, 2 or 3 bags maybe, depending on your terrain as far as how easy it is for them to roll it around. I think either way, as soon as you start putting corn in it, corn's gonna start coming out, and even when you fill it up, you know, some of this is not gonna go all in, so it's gonna get hogs here. They're gonna be eating and they're gonna mess with it. I've got 1 bag of corn in here. Got the sounder syrup going in now. I think I would just assume this is gonna make it pretty gooey, which may kind of ball the corn up a bit, make it a little more difficult to come out. That doesn't necessarily bother me with this, as opposed to a regular feeder. You probably wouldn't want to put that in because it eventually would stop coming out of your feeder. But in this case, I think it'll actually be good. Mix it up just as best as a little bit. In this case, I think it'd be good because they're going to keep working at it either way, and they'll be able to smell it. So I mean, they're just going to go at it like crazy. So I'm going to top it off with 1 more bag of corn real quick. Never been very stingy with corn, because even if it's on the ground, I mean, it's going to end up on the ground anyway, so a little bit doesn't hurt anything. It's not a big loss or anything like that. And then if anything, it'll at least get them started with the easy stuff. Put a little bit more of the liquid in here, and just since it's kind of off center, and I thought it might be a good idea anyway, I'm gonna put some over the top and around the side of the barrel, see if they like to rub on it or lick on the barrel or whatever. Let it mix up in the corn a good bit. So at this point, I mean, you basically just can tip this over in any orientation. Try to back it up here. Alright, I got another hole here. I'm just gonna kind of fill with some more and let it go ahead and get over the outside. Some of these side holes. Alright, so I got the licorice sounder syrup from Texas Hog Bait all over the barrel. I put it in between bags of corn and then also on top of the last bag through the fill hole and then also through these side holes, and then just kind of let it run all over. Also, it might be a little excessive, but hey, just like the barrel, bigger is better. I like seeing hogs go crazy, so pretty sure this will get them going. So we'll see if they rub on it or anything like that. Dump out a little bit more on there, and I'm excited to see the results. We'll definitely get some videos and stuff. I've got a cell cam out here, so it's not the highest quality, but I mean, you can see this whole little area, so they'll definitely just put some on these little piles too. They'll definitely fill this area up and go crazy, I'm sure. So we'll check back and get that in the video as well. Well, it smells like licorice. Got one whole jug of blackout. Like I said, maybe more than I really needed, but I'm excited to see it work. Their powder attractants, the peanut butter, the Hawaiian crush, I mean, instantly pigs and even deer, more deer than I've ever seen here. This is really much more of a hog property than anything, but they swarmed in as soon as I started putting out that peanut butter powder. So I'm excited to see what this does and what brings in. So that's it for today. We'll see how it goes.